Welcome back, everyone, to the long-awaited, much anticipated Phase 2 of our A2L legislation discussion. I can't tell you just how many person has been patiently waiting for this to roll out. As promised, we are going to cover ozone-depleting substances. We are also going to touch on CARB, or California Air Resources Board, given recent developments within the new administration. Cue the intro.
Iris scanner complete. Imminent impact. Incoming missile. Warning.
Okay, so we covered the Clean Air Act of 1963. We also covered the formation of the Environmental Protection Agency in 1970. In addition to the EPA, state implementation plans were required in 1970, meaning each state is required to develop a set of state implementation plans outlining how each state will meet the NAAQS, or National Ambient Air Quality Standards. States were given some flexibility in how they would achieve these goals. At minimum, they must adhere to federal guidelines. This flexibility is very important. This allows each state to adopt more stringent measures and incorporate them into their implementation plans if they so choose. Enter the California Air Resources Board. Let's go for a walk. So Mike, what does the California Air Resources Board have to do with current A2L legislation? If we jump into the Environmental Protection Agency website, or EPA.gov, and review the latest news articles, we will frequently encounter the terms deregulation and reconsideration. Let that sink in for a second. Should the EPA reconsider the currently imposed restrictions on hydrofluorocarbons, or HFCs, the states have the authority to implement or exceed current federal guidelines. So, in the 60s and 70s, we have the creation of the Clean Air Act, the EPA, and state implementation plans. These actions jump-started research that ultimately led to the discovery of ozone-depleting potential substances. So Mike, tell me more about the research that led to the discovery of ozone-depleting potential substances. When we get into the 80s and 90s, scientists discovered that chemicals such as CFCs, or chlorofluorocarbons, were breaking down ozone molecules, thereby reducing the ozone levels and increasing the amount of UV radiation reaching the Earth's surface. These chemicals are known today as ozone-depleting potential substances. The most prevalent in the HVACR industry back then were R12 for medium temperature applications, particularly automotive, and R502 for low temp applications. "90% of the ozone layer is found in the stratosphere, and it's in the stratosphere where these chlorofluorocarbons, or CFCs, break down due to UV radiation. When this happens, the molecule releases the chlorine atom, and it's the chlorine atom that destroys the O3, or ozone molecule, leaving behind chlorine monoxide. This is a catalytic cycle, meaning that one chlorine atom can destroy thousands of ozone molecules, like the catalytic converter on your vehicle, or like handing a 10-year-old a 5-gallon bucket of Skittles. The ozone depleting potential of a substance is measured against that of trichlorofluoromethane, or CFC11. CFC11 is used as a baseline with an ODP of 1. That concludes phase 2 of our discussion. Phase 3, the Montreal Protocol, and a global effort to address ozone depleting potential substances. The EPA carries this out using the Significant New Alternatives Policy, or SNAP. Thanks for watching. I hope it was informative. Have a great day.